Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Mr. J's Geek Corner. Place to talk about anything and everything that is geek, whether it be TV, comics, movies, or video games. And as y'all have noticed, 2017 is very swiftly coming to a close. And it seems like just yesterday we were just starting off the year anticipating like Justice League and everything. And now here we are anticipating what's coming up in a whole new year of 2018. Uh, And today I'm going to just give y'all a brief rundown of all of the coming attractions that are coming in the new year of 2018 in all areas of geekdom. So sit back and enjoy. So, let me start off. When we're in the world of comics, I mean, so many things have happened this year in world comics. I'll go more into what's happened this year in my year in rewind show, year in review show, which I'll be doing hopefully next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. But I mean, it's been such a big year, and next year don't look to be any less big. So and definitely in the world of comics, and start off with DC, and I don't know much of what's going on in DC's world other than just one comic that started this year, and that is Doomsday Clock. I mean, as of right now, DC, probably by the time this show gets published, issue 2 will be out, but issue 1 has already been very big, has already gone over big, already making waves. Not going to go too much in depth in it because I haven't personally read it myself. I've read the synopsis, and it's definitely interesting. Definitely off to a good, very makes you think start, like what's going to happen next. It's only uphill from here. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be something really big. It's going to eventually lead to a confrontation between Superman and Doctor Manhattan, as we all know. This is what it's been building to. So sometime this year, it's going to definitely be big, and that's not the only monumental thing in the world of DC. Probably and definitely for Superman, because this year also marks the 1000th issue of Action Comics. I mean, that is unheard of, period, in the world of comics. No comic book has ever, I mean, they've probably had 1,000 issues by now, but not a issue number 1000. No comic has ever done that in history that I know of. So this is definitely a monumental thing. They're supposed to be putting out a hardcover with a story that's never been published. It was written by Jerry Siegel and Schuster. That's never been published before. So this is going to be definitely something big, and I can't wait for that. So, and I guess the conclusion of the Dark Knight story, Metal story, which has been big this year, is going to go on well. But it's going to be a big year for DC in the comic book world. As for Marvel, I don't know much of what's going to go on in terms of them. I don't know if they've promoted any kind of big event other than Legacy, which is still continuing. Their rebirth, you might as well say, has been going on. So I don't really know what's going to go on with Marvel. But DC is definitely going to be a big year. So definitely be on the lookout for their comics. It's going to be something big, yeah, for sure. And as for TV, I know one big thing that's going on in terms of television and in the DC world, and that is the premiere of Black Lightning, and it's going to of course be on CW, of course, and it looks like it's going to be very good. Also, Sci-Fi is going to be premiering the Superman prequel, Krypton, which talks about his grandfather. Talk about Kal-El's grandfather, so that should be interesting. And anything I do with Marvel, of course, I think they've announced it's going to be a season 2. They've announced the second season of Jessica Jones and Punisher, and like I said, Punisher seems to be a pretty good big hit, and of course they got the next season of Jessica Jones coming out. It seems to be a pretty good hit too, but I really don't know how it's doing right now. I've heard various things, but I don't know. As for movies is definitely going to be an even bigger thing than ever, because there is so much going on this coming year in terms of movies. And I've just got a brief list here. May 4th, Free Comic Book Day weekend, you got Avengers Infinity War. I've seen the trailer. Wasn't really wowed by it. I see a lot of I could definitely say I could go into this in a whole other video about this, how I think definitely there's a double standard here because folks complain about Steppenwolf being a CG character, and yet Thanos is nothing but a 100% CG character that looks nothing like how he's been touted to be in past Marvel movies, and that the past Marvel movies he's been teased to be very much like he is in the comics, but in this movie he looks nothing like it. I've seen him memed into looking like Homer Simpson, which is hilarious, but he looks nothing like how he's been touted to look throughout these movies. He looks like a legitimate threat. In this movie, they try to make it look like a legitimate threat, but how in the world can you get past how he looks? I mean, I'm just not really wowed by this. I mean, they tried to make it look epic, but I just ain't feeling it, you know? So it's supposed to come out May 4th, is Free Comic Book Day weekend. Once again, cornering the market. Trying to do that. And, you got the Han Solo Star Wars story movie coming out. The Han Solo movie coming out this year. It's supposed to be May 25th. Hopefully they can get it started. Hopefully they could keep it on track this time, because the whole thing's been going on with the other makers being fired, and they got Ron Howard, boys, they had a coup to get work on a Han Solo movie. So hopefully it's good. I ain't seen it. The trailer ain't come out for it yet, but I'd go see it definitely. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it's supposed to come out June 22nd. I have seen this trailer. Looks very interesting. Very interesting. I think it's supposed to be coming on, I think they're supposed to be going back to Isla Nublar, and it looks like the island's about to explode according to the teaser. So definitely something to look forward to. I definitely want to go see that. And Black Panther is supposed to come out February 16th, which weird enough is actually the 10th, right around the 10th anniversary of when the Ghost Rider movie came out, which is weird to think about. That's been 10 years, but actually the 11th anniversary. This year was the 10th anniversary. Right around the 11th anniversary of the Ghost Rider movie. So I'm gonna say Black Panther actually does look pretty good. I think I might break the boycott to go see it. I'm not sure yet, but I actually would think about seeing that one. I'm not sure yet, but it actually does look pretty interesting. Deadpool 2 come out June 1st. Cannot wait to see that. Definitely cannot wait to see that. The trailers have been hilarious, and hopefully the movie is as good as the first one, if not better than the first one. And I can't wait to see that. Ant-Man and Wasp out July 6th. Why did they even bother? I think they're trying to milk every little bit of money they can out of any property that's in Marvel. Ant-Man was not really that interested just by seeing some of the previews. They're looking at a low point here, if you ask me. New Mutants is out April 13th. This is the first attempt at actually turning an X-Men property into a horror movie. And it's actually, I've seen the trailer for it. Ellen, I've seen the trailer for it. It looks pretty interesting, and I might actually want to see this. So definitely on the list along with Deadpool 2. Incredibles 2 out June 15th. The teaser trailer don't really give you much other than that they finally found out that their little baby son Jack finally has powers. So it's only uphill from here to seeing what the next trailer is going to have in it. So I like the first one pretty good, and I would love to see the second one, definitely. Sure did take them long enough, I tell you. They got the Untitled Cloverfield sequel, which I think was going to be God Particle. I think they were going to call it at one time, but it's supposed to be out February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day. So ain't no telling what this is going to be. So definitely keep an eye open for that. Tomb Raider coming out March 16th. I've seen the trailer. I think the trailer for that played before Justice League, so it looks to be pretty on point with the rebooted version of the Lara Croft video games, Tomb Raider video games. So maybe they'll get this right. Hopefully, want to be one of the very few video game movies that'll actually transition to movies pretty good. Pacific Rim Uprising, coming out March 23rd. I haven't really taken a definitive look at the trailer for this yet, so I really don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on this. Hopefully, it's as good as the first one, but I don't really know what to think of it yet. So definitely will want to see it because the first one was really good. So maybe this will be good too. Slender Man out May 18th. Those y'all out there acquainted with the creepypasta of Slender Man, y'all definitely look forward to this. I really don't know what to think because I've heard so much Slender Man in the news and all over the internet. I'm just pretty tired of it, to tell you the truth. But anybody that's a big fan of Slender Man creepypasta, this one's for you, definitely. The Predator out August 3rd. I cannot wait to see this because I'm such a big Predator fan. I just cannot wait to see this movie. I've heard so much. I've heard here and there. They ain't even come out with a trailer for it yet, so hopefully they will soon. I can't wait for that movie. Venom coming out on October 5th. Been hearing a lot of good things about this too. I've heard so many things, good and bad, but mostly good. I guess mostly good. But being I'm a big Venom fan, and my wife Ellen also, we both personally can't wait to see it. We're both big Venom fans, so definitely can't wait for that. X-Men Dark Phoenix out November 2nd. I don't know quite. I want to see this really bad, but at the same time, I've heard a lot of rumors about it too. So I'm a little iffy on it. Hopefully, it's good. You got an animated Spider-Man movie coming out December 14th. Really not going to bother with it. Just really not bothering with it. You got Aquaman coming out December 21st. I personally can't wait to see it. I don't know why in the world they saved this movie for so late in the year, but it's supposed to come out a year from now, so hopefully it's good. You got the Transformers spin-off movie Bumblebee. Why do you bother? Why? I think they're aiming this movie mostly at kids. I heard John Cena's going to be in it, which is like, that's a no for me because I'm not a John Cena fan whatsoever. I think he's overrated, even though he's good at comedy. It could be funny. I'm just not a fan. And I'm definitely not a fan of Bumblebee. Ugh. So I know there's more most naming this as being a kids movie, but we'll see how much inappropriate humor they fit in this too. And lastly, but not least, I only included this movie on the list. Like, why is this even here? And why is it even going to get a movie? Teen Titans Go to the movies. That's right. The Bane abominable junk pile dumpster fire known as Teen Titans Go is getting its own big screen movie out July 27th. Dear Lord, why? Why did they do this? Why did they do this? This is, ugh. It's already enough of a Bane on television. Why in the world have they got to make it the big screen too? I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, it's just disgusting that I even saw this on an upcoming movies list. Oh man, it's horrible. And I can't believe this show's even still around, but it is. But at least you know that I think sometime maybe within the next year, Young Justice is going to be out. So that's another little bit of news for 2018. I think it's going to be out by next year. And hopefully it's going to be just as good as it usually be. Hopefully it's something to counteract this atrocity known as Teen Titans Go. And in terms of video games, I really don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things happening in the world of video games this year, and I'll cover that more in my year in review show. So definitely stay tuned for that. But long story short, I can't wait to see the new Jurassic World. I can't wait to see Aquaman. I mean, there's so many. There's every movie on that list. I want to see it. I really do want to see it, except for Avengers and Teen Titans Go. So, but what do y'all think? Y'all excited for what are y'all excited for most in 2018? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And again, stay tuned for next week's show when I'll be reviewing everything that happened in 2017. And believe me, a lot of big stuff happened. So that's all for this Mr. J's Geek Corner. If y'all have any comments, drop them in the comments below. Anything y'all want to see, drop them in the comments below. Love to hear your ideas. And again, like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends. And definitely come back next week for the 2017 year in review show. And also, I'll be doing a review Geek Corner review on The Last Jedi. So that's coming out this probably already out by now by the time this gets published. So definitely stay tuned next week for year in review and and Last Jedi. Both should be very good. So I'll see y'all next time. Get off.